I know, you told me that.
Oh, I did. Cool.
So my wife is in a tire. She got hungry and chewed a hole through it. You see that hole right there? I don't know if you could see it, but it's right there. Oh, you didn't touch that, did you?
No, I just pointed it.
Because the oils on your hand are going to keep that patch from sticking. Is that how that goes? Anyway, so yeah, another tire debacle, and I'm not gonna show you exactly what it looks like until we're done patching it, because it looks to me as though a deer antler or something of that sort poked in through the side of the tire, came out, poked. I'll show it to you in the end. Anyways, we're back to fixing this tire. I'm actually glad that it's a puncture, because I'm starting to get a little disheartened with these Trelleborgs. I've had excellent luck with Trelleborg tires, but this tire's only been on here for 2 years. It says it's a 10. It was made in October of 20. I think we put it on in late 21, early 22. I'm pretty sure that was what we did. This tire here might tell a different story. Where is the... that's not it. Anyway, there should be... that doesn't make any sense. There. That's not the date stamp. Anyways, there's date stamps on this thing, and for some reason this date stamp is not showing up. This is an Italian-made tire, believe it or not, from Trelleborg.
Italians.
It's an Italian one. So anyway, it punctured the side, and then eventually it punctured to the point where it was just about through, and eventually it wore its way through. But we've got this thing. This is a big-ass tire patch. I hate inner tubes, but we're actually going to tube this tire. Yeah, we're going to. All right, so I've actually fixed the tire. I didn't show it. It's been a debate whether I go ahead and put an inner tube in it, which I have somewhere around here. Over there on the floor, there's a box with an inner tube in it that I bought just for this happy shit show occasion. Now, the problem with that is, well, it's not really a problem. The problem with it is a problem. This particular tractor, the rim is in a position where I cannot change the tire with the rim on the tractor, and I will demonstrate what the problem is. If you don't know how to change tires on tractors or anything else, there is what you call a well in the rim. So this is the first step right here. Let me see if this freaking camera doesn't want to work. This is the first step right here, and then this is the well. All right, so this is the bead, first step, the well. If you don't have, that well is on the inside. So I can go over to the other tire. Maybe not. Well, I can show you on the outside here. This is the weldment right here where they weld the center to it. And this is the first step. Now, there's no well here. That's a weldment. So that's where they weld the rim so that it runs true and everything. But on the inside, you can see, oh my God, this camera. In the inside, you can see that there's the bead, the first step, and then the well. And it's on the inside of that tire, of the tractor. So you can't dismount this thing. You cannot physically dismount it. You can cut the tire off of there, and then you can attempt to put a new one on and fight like hell to do it. It's just going to be next to near impossible because there's just not enough space. So what that well does is it receives the bead of the tire. So this part of the tire, if you don't know, is the bead. And the bead of this tire has to fit down into the well where it will give you plenty of room to use the bar and put the tire on. Or take it off, for that matter. Now, I'm fixed, and I'm not going to use an inner tube. I'm going to just go ahead and put the tire on there. But I want to show you how I did this and what I did to the patch. And I'm probably going to hit it one more time. But you see that patch? This has been a 2-hour process to get this patch on here. So in the first place, right here in the middle, this is where the hole is. It's right here. And what I did was I put a small, like 1.5 or 2x3 patch in there, 1.5x3 patch. I can show you that patch. I got another one here. The reason I did that is because there's a hole and it will go all the way through. And that tire, every time it goes around, it's going to want to open and close. And yeah. So this is the patch that I put on the inside, radial 12. The arrows point to the bead, so that's the direction it goes, to the bead into the center of the tire. This is actually a USA made patch. I'm going to say it's a 2x4, 2x3.5, something like that. And I have some other smaller ones that I have used in the past. I have even put circular ones in underneath there. But here, and I've got a great big one. Here is a 1.5x2 patch, which I could have used, but I want as much rubber grabbed as I can possibly get by that inner tube, okay? So, or by that patch, as much rubber, the tire rubber, as I can get grabbed by that patch. So that's what I did. I put the small one in, and then I went through with I gotta explain it. I went through with some metric rubber buffer. This is metric. It's not standard. It's metric. Says so. Liquid tire buffer and cleaner. Metric usage. So that's what it is. And you take that and you just squirt it on. Now, after you run your... I actually used the angle grinder with a rubber... not a rubber. I used the angle grinder with a wire brush on it. And, you know, a lot of times I'll use this tool here. This is a tire, basically it's a tire grinder or a tire buffer. And what this does is it removes any of the debris. It'll actually remove the bumps inside of the tire. You can see, here, let me flip you around here. If you're looking in there, you see the little ribs on there. Well, in order to get that patch to seal tight against there, you kind of want to knock those down. You do. You just want to knock those bumps down so that they're not so difficult to get the patch around the corners and stuff. And you can see that bump in the middle where that other patch is. So I used the wire wheel. I knocked them down to near flat, not completely flat. But I made it so that I couldn't see anything in there but raw rubber that'd been buffed. Then I took the liquid buffer and I squirted it all around the whole entire area. But before I did all that, I marked it with a crayon. I had a yellow crayon and I marked it with that. Somebody's coming in. Anyways, I marked it with that so that I knew where that patch was going to go, so I didn't overshoot. Oh, it's my dad. No, he just showed up. And now I've got that in there. I'll come back to this. Everything that you do here. So, you want to hear a story? Yeah. Story one. Many stories of one lonely farmer. Once upon a time, I had a neighbor. She's since sold her property and moved to Florida. I pray for her because she's got brain surgery. She had a blood clot in her brain. And but anyways, her husband and her uncle at the time had a 3010. It wasn't a 3020, a 3010 John Deere tractor, and the rims were split. And they asked me very politely if I could change the rims on their tractor. Okay. Bring me the tubes. They needed tubes. Had to have tubes.
Yeah.
Couldn't be tubeless. Well, the tires, the rims were. They were brand new rims that they had bought. They just didn't know how to do it. The boys were too young to even worry about it, and I'm not even sure if they ever did figure out life, liberty, and the pursuit of unhappiness.
Right.
But anyway, fucking grease. See, that was screwed up grease. Okay. Anyway, I said I would do it, and I was fine. Just a couple of requirements. One was I needed them to buy the baby powder to put the tube in.
Okay.
It's like, baby powder? Just give me baby powder, man. So she's like, oh, I got plenty of baby powder.
Right.
Okay. She comes and it has this little purple. See how this is purple?
Yeah.
Well, it was lavender scented baby powder.
Okay.
After I was done with that, My wife at the time said I smelled nice. I didn't smell nice. I didn't like the smell of it. I don't care to ever smell that ever again. Could you get me a paper towel? I got grease on my hands. I don't care to ever smell lavender, baby powder ever again after changing those tires and rims. So, that was it. I got paid in logs.
Okay, cool.
No money. I don't think there was money. No, it was logs. It was, walnut logs. I had to go get them. It was alright. I was more ambitious, I guess, back then. Alright, done. Obviously, you see that I tubed it. It's in there. I'm not a fan of the inner tube, so you all know. I haven't been for years. Just not something I want to deal with too much. Inner tubes, right? So the problem with inner tubes and me, and I'll tell you what the suspicion as to what the problem is with this tire, is that it's a deer antler. They picked a piece of a deer antler out of the front tire. It was a brand new tire on the front. The tires on the back, those tires are brand new last fall, or last spring. The tire on the front, Dad saw like a brow point stuck in the front tire, and he had Grant rip it out. No big deal, pulled it out of there. But it was that left front tire. And I just imagine that it rolled off of this one and then laid flat up, and then the main tine went into that tire, scooped it deep like a antler would, and then I don't know. I think I was the one that was running it when it happened, because I was running a corn planter and a bang happened. I remember it, and I don't remember if it was this tractor or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. I planted corn with this tractor, so I'm pretty certain that that's what it is. Ugh. So anyway, 15 pound of air. Obviously you saw that I patched it, and I used metric buffer so that it would be perfect, you know, because there's nothing better than metric buffer. If you use a standard buffer, this tire would be flat already. But here it is. You can see it's not a straight cut. It came in here, went in, scooped under the lug, left this bit of rubber right here, and then went kind of deep here, and then resurfaced or came back out. Obviously I patched it, and then I just made the executive decision that there's a lot of flex in a sidewall, and these tires aren't really that old. The crazy thing is that patch should hold, and the tube will hold it in place. Even if the patch does tear loose a little bit, the tube will hold it in place, and it'll keep it from wearing through to the inner tube, causing it to pinch and ultimately get a hole. So,
Okay, so today we're playing with
metric bolts.
Gotta love metric.
I'm at the point now that I would rather cut my dick off with a rusty serrated knife than ever deal with metric.
Oh my god.
M12, right? Here's an 18. It's worn out. That should be 18 millimeter. That guy needs his fucking head shot with a rifle at, you know. So, I normally would have these metric wrenches in here because I deal with metric all the time on the Krone balers. Here's my 17 mil. 17. So the nut's not worn out, asshole. Right? Wow.
17 fits.
17 fits it. Now wait.
17 is loose.
16 for the bolt. So I have a 16 for that, and a 17. So all you little spick-kike morons, if you don't know what that means. Oh my God. I don't have a nut, is my problem. 17 millimeter and M12s are not, there's no standardization to them. There's just not. It doesn't happen. Because, oh my God. And I can't get that nut out of there. Oh. So yes, I have a 16. The bolt itself is a 16 millimeter. This is a grade 12.8. Shear bolt 12.8. So imagine in metric that would be a grade 12, because if grade 8.8 is like a 6 or 5, 8.8 is probably grade 5, 10.9 is grade 8. Imagine that 12.8 would be literally a grade 12, because that's the way metric kind of marries into the decimal system or whatever. What I really need to do is find the actual nuts. What are you doing?
It's on.
On or no?
It's on.
16 millimeter.
When you hear the dog, that means it's on.
M12. M12, grade 12.8. 16. What's that? Used nut, not worn out. Used nut.
Won't fit.
Won't fit. Have to go to a 17. So the 17 millimeter nut. 17 millimeter.
Will fit on the 16.
So, for all you folks that think that I'm full of shit here, I'm so far from being full of shit, it's not even funny. I'm just telling you that whether it's what... I'm just going to have to face it. Let's see what happens. And it's probably not going to fit. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because when this thing kicks back, it kicks back so violently, it overshoots it. So, all right. I'm going to lose this. Has it moved now?
Yeah, I'll go one more for that.
Well, I haven't really done too much for it. I'm just loosening the bottom.
Yeah, they look good now. I mean, if you look over here, they look aligned now from the other one.
This is for the coffee maker.
Yeah, I can see where it... Now, whoa. I seem to have moved that an awful lot.
Is it two of them are bent?
No. One.
Yeah?
I'm going to say that it's good.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think we're...
Good.
That probably pissed everybody
Get your
off.
butt back in here.
What's he doing?
It's climbing up on the other bale.
You can't. I don't matter. What's going to happen to him?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Full.
Baby. Did you ever do anything remotely dangerous in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem? You want to coddle the boy?
No.
You want him to be like, my mommy would be upset, or when he gets to 16, he's so sick and tired of listening to his mother try to tell him what to do that he rebels. Is that what you want?
No.
No, that's what'll happen. Monitor your children doing dangerous things. Just make sure they do them safely.
You okay?
Especially boys. Girls, on the other hand, different story. Girls are different. Girls are the cautious ones. They're the ones that, you're gonna get hurt! You know, boys are like, oh yeah, hold my beer. Watch this. Hold my juice box, in William's case, even though he doesn't drink juice box.
I don't have any brother. I don't know how to deal with boys, okay? All of us are girls.
You knew boys, right?
I was playing with a whole bunch of boys, yeah, when I was young.
Okay, so those boys, what did they do? They did the fun shit, right?
Yeah.
They were the ones doing the fun stuff, the dangerous stuff.
We all doing the fun stuff, yeah.
Right. So that's right. Because that's what boys do. You weren't the average little girl. You were the one that wanted to go out and shoot little birdies with bows and arrows, right?
We don't have bows and arrows. We have those slingshots we use.
Okay.
And, yeah. Slingshots is what we use.
You wanted to go out and play with spiders. How many of your girlfriends went out and fought spiders.
Not much. I don't even remember if RJ Jane did the spiders.
Yeah, right? So spider fighting.
Because me and RJ Jane's brother did that.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, so we got issue there. This ain't really wrapped up, this one. Yeah, so you weren't the prissy, and that's what's kind of getting me with your trying to tell him that he shouldn't do these things. Just be careful, and you watch them with a watchful eye.
I am.
You watch him. That's all.
I am.
And if he gets to the point where it looks like he may get hurt,
Mom.
yeah, say something. All right.
Mom, I am
Sarah.
not William anymore. I'm honest.
You're a what?
I am honest.
What is a monist?
Honest.
Honest.
Yeah.
Is that your,
Honest.
oh, is that your
Honest.
name?
Yeah. That's my name.
Honest.
How can we spell it?
Honest.
Yeah.
O-W-N-E.
Wood, is it stuck in the rails or is it in the hay?
The wood?
Yes.
It's in the hay.
It's in the hay. Yeah, but is it stuck in the rails?
I have no idea.
Yeah, move. Let me take a look. I gotta take a look. Let's say we do this. I might be able to get it in there. Right
It's a
there.
piece of wood.
Yeah, well there it is.
I don't know how bad it's wet in there.
Oh, well, you see the problem is if it's stuck. All right, go ahead and start it up. I'm gonna see if it moves.
Okay.
What we'll do is I will watch that thing. You're gonna go. I'm gonna walk along and then just go down there 10 feet or so, 20 feet in the windrow. Yeah, go and then stop so I can see. I can't get under there. Yeah, we'll do that. Give me a second here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I don't want to cycle those needles and have the exact same problem happen. Let's see what she does. Takes a lot of horsepower to get that thing up and running. A lot of horsepower. Hopefully she doesn't hit the truck. We'll see what she gets. I just don't want to cycle that needle and have that piece of wood stuck in there because it'll break the shear bolt again. Don't sound good. I'm not seeing the bale move. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna go. Here we go. Watch what I'm gonna do. Good, go! Woman would try to run me off this whole thing if it wasn't. Go like you mean it, woman. So what I'll have to do is pull those, I'll have to pull those strings out of that bale that's broke and call it a day. I'm gonna say, I don't know why, but it just seems like she's going awful slow. Awful slow. that thing decides it's going to get, just before it ties a knot, it'll blow a puff of air out of there for like 5 seconds. And it's going to douse me in dirt. But this whole system right there was packed with dirt. And it was causing some issues. I just got it straightened out now. I don't know why she's going so damn slow. There we go. Yep. So there's the bale that's coming out in pieces. That was cut on both ends, dropped in the field, found its way. That is the second time a piece of firewood has done that to me. Again, not changing from corn and beans. I mean, I think a more diverse farm is the best way to go when it comes to, you know, diversity in farming is something very important. And yeah, you just kind of have to be diverse. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. See, I don't like having all this string in the truck at the shop. So what you do is you ball it up, right, like this. And then you stick it under there, right? And then that goes to the mushroom barn, and they get to throw it away. And that's the end of that. Oh, wait a minute, what did I do? There she goes. So that thing seems to be working pretty good. And here, just clunking that shit in there. Yep. Probably not even able to hear what I'm doing here in that machine because I've got the my microphone on. I'm going to shut the microphone off, and that should. Yeah. There it is. Mic 1 is disconnected. Only 10% battery. And you can see in here, here we go. Following with this camera is a bit of a trick because it's the gimbal. So I guess I must be some kind of baler mechanic because I got that on the first try. The first shot, right? It's always good when you get stuff on the first shot. Always good. Let's see, is she gonna go all the way down? Yeah, all right.